My name is David Orban, and I am very glad to have all of you following the show. Before we start, I want to remind you that even if we are live, you can always watch past episodes both on Facebook and on YouTube. On YouTube, you can also subscribe to the channel. We also have a Discord community, and I invite you to join on davidorban.com/Discord. And finally, if you find the show valuable, as well as the other content that I produce and the knowledge that I share, you're welcome to become a supporter on Patreon at patreon.com/davidorban. Today is a new experiment with you as a guest. Do you want to join the live stream and discuss something in front of our audience? Let's see how this experiment turns out. In a few moments, I will ask you to comment if you want to join the live stream and to tell me what you would like to discuss. I will then invite you to join, sharing the StreamYard backstage URL in the comments. Up to 5 guests will be able to join simultaneously, and of course we will try to have a coherent and fun discussion around topics that are relevant and interesting. I have to note that you will need to be logged in with your Facebook or YouTube account to join. And unfortunately, Twitter and Periscope and anonymous guests won't work. You can think about it as a shared office hour where you can discuss with me what interests you, as long as we do it openly in front of everyone else. Or you could think of it as a reverse ask me anything, where it is me asking you anything, an AYA instead of an AMA, as it were. We will see. So, are you ready? I am now going to invite you to comment if you want to join the show, and I am going to locate the live stream itself on the various platforms so that I can actually paste it in the right places, because even though the comment system on StreamYard where I'm transmitting works, I don't know if it arrives everywhere. So anyway, let's start, and let me say hello to Sohail Jodauri, and I don't know if it is the correct name. And Sohail is not saying whether he wants to join and what he wants to talk about, if he is. I made a few changes in my setup, and I don't know if you notice, during the tests, I was told my voice is ridiculously low, and I don't know whether you are enjoying it or not. So there you go. Emiliano is saying that he wants to join the stream. He's a production designer for live events. Very good. Emiliano is also a fan of the show. He has commented many times, so he is definitely welcome. And while we are at it, let me share the screen while I'm waiting for Emiliano to join. I want to share this screen. All right. So if I want to comment on this, this is how it works, right? Okay. So I will now copy the URL and paste it here in Facebook. Join the stream if you want to discuss. Okay, and that showed up there. Let me respond to Emiliano as well. Here is the URL. Okay, and Bilal says he wants to join as well. Very good. What would you like to talk about, Bilal? Tell me, what are your interests? and we will use that as well. We have David Ariel that says, great effort. Thank you, David. So here's Emiliano to start. Hello. Emiliano,
hello. Hi.
Very welcome. I assume you are in Italy, right? From the name.
I am, yes, in Genoa.
Genova? You have not only the pandemic, you have also bridges falling apart.
The bridge collapsed, yes. Unfortunately, once after the others. But the city will survive. It was one of the greatest cities in the past, the Superba. So I guess that we will pass this.
And
we will
how
pass
is
for sure.
the bridge is being reconstructed as we speak, right?
It's being reconstructed. Is almost there. I don't know. I can't tell you for how long it will take to be finished, considering the situation that we are passing. But when I was the last time passed by the bridge, it was you can see it. It was you can see it a big chunk of it already being reconstructed. Most probably everything will be slower at this time, so I can't say anything about it because I didn't even follow up since the COVID-19. But I guess that the end of the year should be ready. This is all maybe my personal guess.
Yeah. And do you know if these images are already of the construction, or this is still the old bridge? This is the new one for sure.
This one, there's no Stralli anymore. The new design, it doesn't have those cables or whatever.
Okay.
It's the best name in English. Yeah, that's a render of the new bridge.
Okay.
And so it's a new type of bridge.
Okay.
Which
so
will hopefully
let's hear from you. What do you do? What do you do, and what would you like to discuss today?
Well, I'm a production designer. I used to work for live shows and creating the stage design and lighting design for the stage. A production designer, it's taking care of creating anything that is visual on the stage. So using lighting, video, and set design. And at the moment, we are stuck. And there is we see no future in nearby future for our industry. Most probably, it will take a very long time before that we will be able to do live shows again with people gathering together in one space, in one theater or arena or stadium. It will be very difficult, and that we can't do anything about at the moment. We just have to wait to see how the COVID-19 will develop in the future. I mean, how the help for the COVID-19 will develop in the future, and but it will take time for sure. We will be for sure the last to recover from this. Meanwhile, I've seen on some initiatives on YouTube, like yesterday's videos organized by Lady Gaga and other biggest artists, international artists, which they stream on YouTube something which was just a collection of video clips recorded at home. I don't know if you are aware of this show that was streamed yesterday.
I heard of it, but I didn't see it. And was it because, you know, what you and I are doing is basically what Lady Gaga is doing. She's streaming from home, isn't it? Or was it something more? I don't know because I didn't see it. Was Lady Gaga doing more than streaming from her home?
They were just a collection of video clips recorded previously and put it together for a 6 hours stream, which is a nice initiative for sure, but it lacks on the empathy for the, in my opinion, it lacks for the empathy of participation from the audiences. The only way of interact it was to chat around with the YouTube chat, but also the performers, they were pre-recorded for a series of obviously for a series of reasons, because it's not easy to stream live, and especially if you do music, and especially if you have to record your own voices and whatever. I understand all of that, and I understand that at this point of the pandemic, it's one of the only options that is available. But I'm looking forward. And
Yassir is saying, my love for Italian cars will be forever. Wish you all the best. Thank you, Yassir.
Well, I don't
most
drive.
of the Italian cars are not Italian anymore, but the brands live on. So we have H.M. Bilal, who is saying he's a journalist, a freelancer, and he would like to join. And I thought I gave him the URL. Okay, there is somebody. This is Naeem. So Naeem doesn't seem like H.M. Bilal, but Emiliano, what do you think? Should we invite Naeem to join us?
Oh, the more we are, the best.
Oh, but he left. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Let me share the screen and look around, because we have. I think I told you that we are syndicating. That is the formal term. We are syndicating the show on pages that have been very kindly made available by Rehan Alahwala. And
I saw you there.
Yeah, and one of them, for example, is Urdu Empire. So I have to go, I want to go, not have to, but I want to go individually on these various pages to see where this journalist wrote his comment. Oh, there he is. Okay.
And you are live.
Okay. So now we are going to add him. Hello, H.M. Bilal. Welcome,
yes,
welcome. You are alive. Assalamu alaikum to you as well.
Walaikum assalam. How are you, sir?
كيف حالك?
Alhamdulillah.
I don't know how to do that, Emiliano.
How are you, sir? David, sir, how are you?
I am very well. Thank you very much. I believe Emiliano attempted to speak a little bit of Urdu or Arabic, maybe, I don't know. But let's stick to English for the moment. Otherwise, I won't be able to follow you. So what you said, H.M., that you are a journalist. So do you write about your city or about specific topics of technology or other things?
Yes.
What do you write about?
Yes. I'm telling. I am also writing on political issues, social
very
issues,
interesting.
social issues, as well as on technology, on other issues like daily basis issues.
Okay. And of course, I assume that the pandemic is now a very important topic for the things that you write about as well.
Yes.
How are people adapting? Is the lockdown very strong in Pakistan, or people can still go around?
Yes, it's important question. In Pakistan, government trying to Hello.
I'm here. I just gave you the stage.
Okay, okay,
All
okay,
to you.
okay,
Go ahead.
okay. In Pakistan, government trying to uh, mm, uh, government trying. Hello.
If you prefer, we can share the screen, all of our faces. You were saying that in Pakistan, the government is trying to do what?
Yes. Okay, okay. Pakistan government trying to overcome this pandemic situation. First of all, how Pakistani government is trying to overcome. Pakistani government, first of all, in Pakistan, government takes some initiatives, lockdown whole country, industries shutdowns, and no one can go outside for um, any like just for a medical or health issues. If he or she have, then they can go outside, or otherwise no one can go outside. Nowadays a government lose lock government
I think H.M. Bilal's connection is frozen now, unfortunately. Let me keep him here in the background. And Emiliano, how come you speak whatever you spoke?
It was a little bit of Arabic. I've been working in Saudi Arabia for a long time, so at least I know how to say greetings people, and I know how to greetings people and a few other words that I need
Okay.
to get
So
food and water, especially
I don't
water.
know enough. I don't know enough of many things, and as well as languages. But Urdu is written with Arabic script, but the language itself is probably not very close to Arabic. I may be wrong. Even
I think
though
they.
H.M. Bilal, when he joined, he said Assalamu alaikum, which is Arabic as it goes.
Well, that's because they are almost all Muslims, so they refer to the religion as a first way of communication. And since they have to learn how to read the Quran, so they need to know a little bit of Arabic. And plus, I think many words are almost the same, because I have both friends from Saudi Arabia and from Pakistan, and they can understand each other even when they speak Urdu. Even if there are some words which I don't remember exactly which one, but in Urdu means something, and in Arabic it means exactly the opposite. I don't know how it happens, but they have the
That is
same
very
words, but it
dangerous,
means
right?
different things.
That is very dangerous. So
So
let's
they
see.
look like they were locked down.
Yes, it looks like they were in lockdown as well. As a matter of fact, my accountant is Pakistani as well, and he was arranging food to be collected and delivered. And I also sent him a small donation for people who have no savings, and they are paid on a daily basis. And if they don't work because they are in lockdown, they cannot eat. And that is a pretty severe condition, of course. And I heard in India and in South Africa as well, there are tens and hundreds of millions of people in the same condition. Tony Greenberg is saying hello. Tony is in Los Angeles or the area, probably. And we have Muhammad saying Assalamu alaikum as well. So just to repeat, and Emiliano, thank you very much for joining us in this experiment. What I am doing basically is allowing anybody who wants to join the stream in order to talk about the things that interest you as a viewer, or the things that you want to talk about towards our the people who are following Searching for the Question Live. And the opportunity is really to share thoughts, and here we have Muhammad, who joined, but his device is not correctly connected yet. He's now in the process of connecting his camera and microphone, and when he is finished, I will be very happy to add him to the stream. I don't think I can even add him. No, I cannot add him. Even just show you that he's attempting to join. While we are waiting for Muhammad to complete the connection,
well, I think
so
this
you were
be
telling me
for
about
a long time, and it will be the place for sharing thoughts, and we need to share thoughts at this point.
Yes, yes. So here is Muhammad. Let's see if he can hear us, even if we can't see his camera yet. Definitely, these streams require a fast and strong internet connection. So I believe the issue with some of our guests, including, it appears now, Emiliano as well, is the speed of connection. And yes, we lost Emiliano. So, talking about the speed of internet connection, it is definitely something that we started to take for granted, and the wobbly internet can be extremely frustrating. Can you imagine what the pandemic lockdown would have been if we didn't have internet? I mean, probably we would have survived, and we would have adapted to that condition as well. But I am telling you, having the internet is really, really good in these conditions. Emiliano, do you agree with that?
Yeah, as I was saying, it's your show is doing great, and I'm really glad that you started over, because as a viewer and listening to you every day for an hour and even 2 hours when you're doing since you started to do the Italians qual è la domanda, it's opening up windows on the world, and which I'm sure I would followed you even in a pre-COVID era, but I'm really glad. I'm sticking in front of this computer all day in these days, talking to people, and it's affecting. I can tell you, David, that every Friday, just with friends of mine, we are doing what we call it a cyber disco, and we're connecting all together. This is only for fun, but I thought that because those were friends of mine where we used to meet during the weekend in the disco, so we recreated the disco through the internet. And initially, I was thinking that it was a little bit silly and couldn't work, but just the other Friday, past Friday, we had 75 people connecting all together. They were all dancing. They were all. There's no speaking because we keep only listening to the music. But next day, nice. When I woke up next morning, I thought that I saw 75 people, 75 faces.
That's right. And here are some new faces. We have Sardar. Welcome.
Yes.
Sardar, please, since we didn't receive your comment before you joined, please tell us what you do, what are your interests, and tell us also where you are connecting from.
Thank you, David. I'm from Pakistan,
What city?
Islamabad. I'm
Okay.
from Islamabad, Pakistan. Actually, in this current scenario, what is going on, due to the is coronavirus, I have been inside my home, and I have started watching you people because there was a day with Rehan Lawala that you were on a conversation about the hydroponics and then different type of things. So I got interested in this, and I'm pursuing you since then.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for joining. And what do you do? What is your profession? And why are hydroponics especially interesting for you?
Actually, my profession is quite not related with hydroponics because I am a IT engineer, network engineer,
Okay.
internet network engineer, and but you know that these are new things, and definitely in post-corona scenario, you will find many things like you told like us that the technology is transforming the way of growing the crops, like hydroponics and the internet that will be available via terrestrial and the energy that will be available via instead of grid that will be available from the, you can say, solar. So we are traversing towards independent type of things like nation such as we are in like boundaries that you live in US, I live in Pakistan, but there will be a time that we will have some kind of things that will liberate from these kind of boundaries that have been made by the nation on different type. So I got interested in this one, and I find you a very intellectual, so I am pursuing you continuously on this.
Thank you very much, Sardar. It's wonderful to hear your words. Let's say goodbye to Emiliano, who has been very kind to join us from Genoa, Italy, which you can see here, right, on the Mediterranean. And let's go from Genova to Islamabad. That's what you said, right?
Thank you very much, David.
Bye-bye, Islamabad, Pakistan.
Yes,
so it is quite a distance on the planet.
Yes.
Very close to the mountains. Do you go to the mountains? Is that something that people in Islamabad do to see the mountains? Because I see that they can be seen from the city, right?
Okay.
Is it common to go to the mountains?
Let me tell you a very interesting thing about me. What you have shown in picture, that is the Faisal Mosque in Islamabad, and right adjacent to the Faisal Mosque is my home.
Okay, wonderful.
And another interesting thing I want to tell you about that I am from Kashmir. Have you ever listened about Kashmir?
A little bit. I don't know a lot about Pakistan, but I know that Kashmir is like the tribal area. Is that correct?
No, Kashmir. You didn't listen about the Indo-Pak conflict over Kashmir?
Well, a little bit, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I am from that area, and that particular area is very hilly and very beautiful area to see. I right from I live in Muzaffarabad. If you talk about in my city in Kashmir is Muzaffarabad, and
Okay.
right now I'm living in Islamabad since 20 years, I can say, because I'm doing job here in Islamabad, so I live here.
Wonderful. let's have also Abbas, who joined us in the stream. He had a little bit of difficulty. Abbas, thank you very much for joining. Please tell us your city. What is the city that you are connecting from?
Karachi. I am from Karachi, Pakistan.
Okay, I have seen Karachi already because Rehan is also in Karachi. I mean, I have seen it. I have seen it here on the map. That is the extent of my seeing Karachi. And can you tell me, Abbas, what you do? What is your profession?
I am a skater
Say that again.
of ice skating.
You do ice skating.
Yes.
Wow. In my ignorance, I wouldn't have expected that ice skating is popular in Pakistan. So
Yeah, you are
that
right.
is very interesting. And so do you do like speed skating or more like
Freestyle.
acrobatic?
Freestyle skating.
Freestyle.
Like hockey skates. On ice
Wow.
hockey skates.
Ice
Not
hockey
a
as
figure
well.
skating.
Figure skating
is different one.
I would have never known. And so Karachi has ice skating rings where you can train. And are they open all over the year or just in certain seasons?
There is only one ring in Pakistan.
Okay.
Ice, real ice. Other are not the ice, artificial.
Yes,
Our
well,
club has
why
a real
not?
ice.
Okay. So since you joined Abbas, is that something that you wanted to share or something that you wanted to ask? The stage is yours, and Sardar and I are listening to you.
I just want actually to know the life. What is it? What is Rehan Allah Wala education and his live calls and
Okay, so I'm honored for you to ask me this question, and I don't have the answer because even though I have had a conversation with Rehan a few weeks ago, maybe a couple of weeks ago, and he kindly invited me to do these videos on his pages as well,
okay.
I only know as much as you know about him, right? So I know that he likes to be very provocative on Facebook, that he likes to stimulate people to be entrepreneurial, to experiment, and to go out and solve problems. So I don't want to say what his life goal is, because he should say that rather than me. But I am sure that if you, Abbas, go out, identify a problem in Karachi, and then together with other people, you find a solution to that problem, that will make Rehan very happy. Now, your
Yeah.
goal is not to make Rehan happy, but since you asked, that is my answer.
Just I am doing.
Okay, let's try to add also HM Bilal, and there
Yes,
you go. Now it's four of us.
welcome back.
Thank
Welcome
you.
back,
Goodbye.
HM,
Yes,
and Abbas. You are welcome to stay, and thank you very much for your question.
Welcome. Goodbye.
And so, HM, I don't know if you have been following what Sardar and I were saying about the future of solar photovoltaics and the future of hydroponics. These technologies empower people who become self-sufficient. And then those people can organize in order to be part of the country, just like today. But their freedom is real. because their energy is independent, their food is independent. What do you think? Do you think that is going to happen quickly in Pakistan, or it will be slow? What do you think?
Sardar
If I
will answer.
first you answer, then I will add something.
Yes, please, of course.
Sir, it's not my domain. Firstly, I just tell you that I am from journalism field, and we were talking about COVID-19.
Okay. Well,
Yes,
certainly the crisis today is an important point, and
yes,
history will continue. So the
yes.
question is, what kind of society will be born out of the crisis? Is it going to be same as before, or is it going to change? And if it is going to change, how? Do you think
Sir,
it is going to
yes,
change?
yes. In my opinion, it's going to be totally changed. That seems like nowadays it will never we see after this pandemic.
Hmm.
And like Spanish flu, if we know about the sir, do you know about Spanish flu?
Yes.
Yes, uh, like Spanish flu, when this pandemic will end, I think, in my opinion, world will uh, try to uh, reach out the roots, cause of roots of this pandemic, and I am hopeful that world will uh, collaborate with underdeveloping countries and resolve their issues.
So you think that the world should resolve the issues of Pakistan?
No, no, not Pakistan, underdeveloping countries. In
Okay.
in in 195 countries, there is no only Pakistan which is existing
But,
as a
but
underdeveloping
let's
country.
concentrate on Pakistan. Let's, if our guests join from other countries, we will talk about other countries. But since you are
Okay.
from Pakistan, we can talk about Pakistan.
Yes.
I think what you said is that
Yes.
the world should solve
Yes.
Pakistan's problems.
Sir, I am just saying, not only Pakistan's issues.
No,
I,
I realize
okay.
that, but
Okay. Okay.
we are not going to talk about Kenya. I had a guest from Kenya a week ago, and then we spoke about Kenya. Now we are
Okay.
talking about
Okay.
Pakistan, and I asked you,
Okay.
do you think that solar? Let's go back to Sardar with the same
Okay.
question. Do you think
Okay.
that
Okay.
solar will come fast or slow in Pakistan, and why?
What come fast or slow in Pakistan?
Yes, solar photovoltaics is
Yes,
going to be important in the future. And today we could search it while maybe you are responding. I will look up what is the situation of solar photovoltaics in Pakistan. Maybe the first question is, do you think
yes.
it will increase or it will decrease in the future, solar photovoltaics in Pakistan?
Actually, if you allow me, I will explain it in a little detail.
I definitely do. Please. Uh,
Okay.
Hopefully, you will include the answer to the question as well, but
Yes.
please explain in detail.
Actually, I'm including your answer first because that is the main concern of the question. You have asked about that if post corona scenario will photovoltaic will increase. Definitely, I would say there will be a drastic change in it because most of our people are moving towards independence, because energy crisis in Pakistan is not that settled. Like if I talk about electrical supply of grid, that is not that stable, and so people usually want to a source of energy that is kind of independent, that is not dependent on the grid. Secondly, I will focus on an area that is like how I have joined this forum to talk about, because I was searching people over the internet who can conversate with me, who can share ideas with me, who can project me, who can, you can say, uh, share their abilities, share my abilities to them. So we are continuously growing our social nexus, and post Corona scenario, we will come up with the different families, because I have invented almost you can say hundreds of people over the internet that I have from the different areas. Sometimes, yeah, like you can say, currently we are talking to the Bilal, and I find you people, I found Pamela, I found Carla, different people. They are from different backgrounds, and my way of thinking has quite changed in these days, especially because I'm listening different people, especially when I have listened nation state concept from David, that really appealed me to dive little more to know about what's going on in the world, and what will be the post corona scenario, and how the people are interacting with each other, and they are sharing their expertise to each other over internet. This internet is becoming core value in post corona scenario, because we are from the third world countries, and we are not that much intuitive in the using of internet. Most of the time we use internet, but we waste our time. But this time I have realized that we can make our time more precious than the normal routine time, because I'm sitting in Islamabad, and David sitting somewhere else, Bilal sitting somewhere else, and we are conversating on a issue, and
Absolutely,
there will be
and I agree. That is wonderful. And as a matter of fact, we also have Asif. Hello,
yes.
Yes,
Asif, and
hi,
welcome.
Mr. David, Mr.
Can
Sardar,
you,
Assalamu alaikum, Mr. Bilal. Thank you very much for let me join your team. It's really nice to heard you. Really nice to talk to you, sir. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank
So
you.
let's
Oh,
start. Let's start with you telling us what city you are in and what is your profession. What do you do?
Sir, Mr. David, I am now in Pakistan, Lahore city, and
Okay,
yes, Lahore city, and I belong to a trading company. I have a trading company, and I do a trading business in Pakistan. I have import export license and some trading company. So I do import and export from Pakistan.
and are you specialized in certain kinds of goods, commodities, or you trade in anything?
No, I'm specialized in food ingredients products, and my customers are Baskin Robin and KFC and Pizza Hut and Hardee's, and like this kind of fast food restaurants. I'm a specialized food products importer in Pakistan for the restaurant industry.
Okay, wonderful. So, Asif, was there something that you wanted to say or something that you wanted to ask, either to me or to Bilal or Sardar? We are all together
Yeah.
here.
Yes, thank you very much. I was listening, Mr. David, and your team, Mr. Bilal and Mr. Sardar is telling the thing. But my point to bring your information that I'm working in the trade market in Pakistan, and I see from last 2 weeks, our trade market is collapse. All our businesses are closed,
Yes.
and after this crisis, I believe those people will survive who take the digital business. And
Mhm.
that is the reason from last 2 weeks I study digital business. I never come on digital, but this is the first time I start digital business. And I believe,
Congratulations. Give me your hand. Congratulations.
yes.
Very
So
well
this,
done.
yes. So I believe within next 2 weeks, after 2 weeks, when the market will open in Pakistan, everyone who is successful have a digital business, and that
Yes.
is the only surviving and bringing in the top market.
Wonderful. So in our private chat, Bilal said that he wanted to ask something. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. I want you to know about you. I want you to know about David, Sir David.
Okay, okay. I am old. So if you ask a very general
Yes,
question, it will take a
yes, sir.
long
Yes,
time to answer. What do you want to know? A little more specific.
sir. I am just want to introduction about yourself.
Okay. So a brief introduction. I was born
Yes,
in Hungary, Budapest. I actually can show it to you on the map.
yes.
And I moved from there to Italy when I was 14 years old. My mother
Okay.
married an Italian, and after growing up in Budapest, sorry,
Yes.
which is in the middle of Europe, right? Budapest is here in Hungary.
Yeah.
So my
Okay.
mother tongue is Hungarian, Magyar. Hungarian, in
Okay.
Hungarian, you say Magyar. So that is what I learned, as well as Russian, because at the time, under the Soviet occupation, Hungary, at schools, you could learn Hungarian, of course, Russian, but English too. So I studied Russian and English. And я не говорю по-русски. I don't speak Russian because I forgot everything. And then I moved to Italy. Originally, I moved to Rovigo. Rovigo is a small city in Italy, close to Venice. Venice
Okay.
is really, really nice. You probably heard of Venice with the canals. Rovigo was very nice because I met my wife in Rovigo, right?
Okay.
And then we moved. When I married, we moved to Milan, which
Okay.
is the financial and business capital of Italy. And I was working at the time in artificial intelligence. So
Okay.
in the field of computers, in AI,
Okay.
artificial intelligence.
Okay.
And then I started creating my own companies, both in Europe and in the US, and as well
Okay.
as elsewhere. And right now I have companies in many places in Argentina, in Australia, in Malta, in the US, in the UK, and so on. So that is a very, very short introduction about me. I have three children, two
Okay.
children, and one of the children is here with me. I am now talking to you from Italy, actually, not from Milan, from Bergamo. Actually, not even Bergamo. It's even a smaller village called Villa Alme. This
David,
is
I have a question.
Yes, please go ahead.
What is the significance of bookshop in your life?
The books, because you see the books behind me.
Yes,
No.
sir. I also
Yeah, yeah,
see.
yeah. Well, I have many books. I have many books. You are only seeing probably a tenth of the books that I have, because they are all around, and almost all the shelves are too deep, right? So yes, I have a lot of books, and I like books. I met
David,
my wife in a bookstore. She
David,
was the
the thing I
daughter
want
of
to
the
ask.
bookseller. Sorry?
That was a thing that I want to ask you, because in an interview I listened you asking like that you met your wife in a
In a bookstore, correct.
bookshop,
Yeah.
and his
Yeah,
father was a bookseller, wasn't it?
correct. And I
In
have the book
Milan.
that I bought then, which is a book by Jorge Luis Borges, an Argentinian author, called Aleph. It is a
Okay.
collection of stories, very very nice. And I still have that book. And I went to a rare book a rare book fair, um, and in the rare book fair, I saw that they were displaying one page of the original manuscript of this book. So I
Okay.
asked, "Wow, this is incredible! You are selling that page?" And the guy at the book fair said, "Yes, we are selling that page. How much does it cost?" It was 500,000 euro, almost $600,000, just one page. So,
Oh,
so I told, I love my wife, but I don't have that kind of money. So can I take a photo? And they were kind enough, and they allowed me to take a photo of the manuscript. So I gave my wife the photo rather than the page. But I like science fiction a lot. Science fiction is a wonderful way of imagining a future, either a future you want or a future you don't want. But now our ability to be very fast in building the future that we imagine is incredible. You know, um, have you seen the rockets landing that SpaceX has built? This is science fiction. The SpaceX landings of rockets coming down and then back up again many times over. This is amazing and exhilarating and exciting, right? So for me, books are important. And next week on Friday, we will have a guest. His name is David Brin. He's a very, very famous science fiction author. I'm very proud that he's going to join the show. He wrote many books, really
okay.
many books, and I have actually I am so excited that I already prepared. I already prepared here several of the books that he wrote, and
Okay.
of course I read. So that when he joins the show, we can talk about his current books, his future books. He's also an astrophysicist, and so it will be a very nice conversation. And on Monday, the guest is going to be Brad Templeton, and Brad is a specialist in self-driving cars. Not only Google, but many other companies are working so that cars could be autonomous, and that will
Self-driven.
be fantastic because today too many people die of car accidents, and when cars will drive themselves, accidents will maybe not disappear, but
There
the
will be less chance of collision.
number of accidents will be much, much lower. So, Sardar and Asif and Bilal, I would like to thank you so much for having been on the show here today. It has been
Thank you
a
very much.
wonderful gift that you gave me
Thank
to come from Karachi, from Lahore, from Islamabad, it has been really, really beautiful. Thank you very much.
David,
Okay.
I
I will now kick you all out because I am
okay.
going to close the show. Okay.
All right then. All right.
Bye
Have a
bye.
good time, sir. Thank you.
Bye bye. Thank you. So I think that this experiment went exceptionally well. I am very, very grateful that we had the company and the friendship of the wonderful people that decided to join just to have a conversation, to share their curiosity, their interest, and look at Asif. Asif said, 2 weeks ago I wasn't digital, and now he is participating in online streaming from all over the world. And can you imagine? He's a trader. Trade is all about communication, understanding a need and finding how you can fulfill that need, buying and selling goods at the best possible price and profiting from the difference. So do you realize how powerful Asif's trading business is going to become thanks to the communication mechanisms that now he's participating in? So I also want to thank, of course, Emiliano, and Bilal is back. Bilal, the show is over. I kicked you out.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for
Thank you.
your
So I am very happy that we did this experiment because it was really really a lot of fun. And I also want to thank Emiliano, who joined us from Genoa with his own challenges. How I'm lucky because I've already been doing digital things anyway, and all my teams are distributed and decentralized. But imagine somebody like Emiliano who has to completely reinvent his business because he has been producing and organizing live shows. It is amazing. So thank you, and I will see you tomorrow with Brad Templeton. We already have the cover for Brad, and if I were smarter, I would have downloaded it sooner. Let me see if I can do it on the fly, because actually, why don't I do this? I share this screen, Discord. Okay. So one of the things that I'm always mentioning at the beginning of the show is that you can join our Discord channel, Discord server, as a matter of fact. And here it is. This is our Discord server. And we have channels for searching for the question live. We have channels for the context, which is another video that I produce, Network Society, the podcasts that I'm making. I'm working on a series of trailers as well. We have a channel where automatically all the various videos are posted. And just recently, I also created an Italian show, because I speak Italian, and I am not sharing that show on Rehan Alahwalla's pages because you kind people in Pakistan don't speak Italian, or very few of you, I assume. And as you can see, my friend Massimo Curatella is telling me that my voice Sounds like Sauron. But I cannot monitor the private messages on Discord, Massimo, while I'm live streaming. So your kind alert is not useful. I see that I highlighted the comment from Abdirisak, who's asking for a Zoom ID, but as a matter of fact, we were using StreamYard, not Zoom. And I posted the URL at the beginning of our conversation. Okay. So what I wanted to show is the channel on Discord for the Searching for the Question show, because here you go. This is our guest tomorrow, the future of transportation with Brad Templeton. And I'm very much looking forward to that as well. And I really thank you for having been so proactive in joining Searching for the Question Live today. It was a real pleasure. Thank you and see you tomorrow.